Welcome to the Athos Podcast, where we talk and you listen.
Athos fucking Podcast!
All right, we're back on a Sunday because we worked late on Friday.
What's that have to do with Saturday?
We worked on Saturday too, and I didn't feel like fucking doing it. That's why, Danielson.
I like the no pointing fingers at this guy saying that I was asleep and I didn't respond.
That is very factual too.
The correspondence never happened.
I asked him yesterday. I said, "Hey, are we doing the podcast tonight?" He's like, "Probably not." DJ went home and passed the fuck out.
How would you even know?
I didn't have to call you or reach out to know when you did not get on anything yesterday.
Is this true?
Yeah.
I mean, that is true, but you never know, I suppose.
Either that or you were busy with something and didn't have time to hop on, so.
I can tell you this, though. I fucking woke up at 4 o'clock this morning. And then again at 6.
I woke up about 6 as well. Couldn't go back to sleep.
Sent Cody a Snapchat of the funnel cakes we made last night. He Snapchats me back at like 1 a.m. He goes, "Fuck, I just woke up." And I was like, "Have fun going back to sleep, bud."
Like he fucking does anything.
So do you guys think he's working hard, or he's just got really overactive sweat glands?
I know he needs some bigger jeans.
Yeah.
No, because I'm first. He sent me that, or I saw it, and I screenshot it, sent it to him. I was like, "Bro, it helps if you don't wear skinny jeans at work." He's like, "They're not skinny, they're straight cut." And I was like, "But your legs make them skinny."
Nah, bro. We talking about someone wearing skinny jeans to work. That would be none other than Mr. Samuel Trammell.
Actually, I do not own a pair of skinny jeans. Thank you very much.
I talk about skinny jeans to work. I remember working at NDG, and almost damn near every day, someone came in skinny jeans and some slippers.
So if we want to go back and be specific, if you're going to come correct. They say flex fit straight leg. That is it. There's a pair in the closet.
So, DJ, you just made my argument for me.
So if they say flex fit straight leg or whatever straight cut on it, I will give you that. But they
100%.
look like skinny jeans.
Oh, he's
my dude.
Skinnies, dog.
But no, there's a pair of skinny jeans in the closet still.
I do not have any skinny
jeans. Now they've been folded up for about 4 years.
Would they
that is not.
fit?
Oh yeah, 100%. My leg size hasn't changed much.
Oh, we
at
know.
all. Waist size, yeah, it's all been the same. Yeah, no. They probably still fit. They're not. Even when I like had them though and like wore them out, they were never like around my waist. If we're gonna be real, they're like around my ass. At anything else, it was proof that I couldn't afford a belt.
But you had a belt.
Bingo.
Checkered belt. And a blue belt. And a white belt.
Negative on the checkered. If you're kind of accumulating like my possessions and your possessions when you lived here at the same time, I did not have a checkered belt, my dude.
You did. You got it from
No. If you're talking about that checkered, like if you're talking about the one that was in the closet, I don't even know how I got that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you got it for Christmas.
Yeah, no, that.
And
no,
it was
that,
like
that
it was sold at like fucking PacSun, and it had
it
the
was
metal
probably when
belt buckle.
It's probably when they were going out of business.
Because I got a Young and Reckless one there as well.
Yeah, no, the checkered belt. I'm more of a like a mesh belt kind of guy, or like the weaved belts.
Yeah, I feel that. I've got a leather belt right now. It's way too big for me. I've had to make my own holes.
Yeah, that's why I do the weaved. You don't have to worry about the hole count much. But they do not last in a construction field very long. No. I will say that. I see why a lot of guys go suspenders.
You got an extra battery, Samuel?
So that's why a lot of guys go suspenders. That's for fucking sure.
What's up, little Isaiahs? What?
Oh, he only had.
Yeah, he only had like 5 and some change of the one.
Didn't mean to
with the
do
80,
that.
But he's throwing the rest in of the bubble for the same price.
Word.
So you're getting both.
Okay, well, in sports news, damn near every joint practice in the NFL that happened had a fucking fist fight at it.
I honestly, I
lied,
still don't, I still don't get that.
I don't either.
You
But
know,
Bob
like-
McAfee was talking about it. Like, there's some reason every joint practice has had a fist fight or a scuffle.
Like, no, I do get the scuffles because obviously it
Don't
is
forget to tune
a
in.
physical game. I do get that, and I'm sure there's a lot of shit talking in practice versus the game per se.
Right.
But I will never. I don't understand joint practices. Period. If
No,
we're
I
going to be
don't- I
realistic,
think
like,
it's just giving them a look and an actual defense to go up against, but that's what off season's for, or the preseason games are for.
but even in the preseason, you start playing against number 2s and number 3 type guys, anyways. Who fucking cares? I think eventually they're going to phase out preseason.
Oh, 100%. I think they'll just get rid of it, and they'll
Because
probably
it's-
prefer people to do joint
Because it's adding more risk for injury.
yeah, not to
players.
mention like they already added another fucking game to the regular season.
But they took away a preseason game, so nothing really changed. It's you've got starters that are going to be playing more time than
Yeah.
they would have. Week 4 in the preseason, they're not really playing. But
So, do you
I
think
know.
if they cancel the preseason, they should add a couple more games to the regular season?
No.
I think that'll end up being the turnover to
that'll
get
be the
8. I think
case.
that'll be the change to get an 18-game season.
I think that would be dope, honestly.
I mean, it all depends on how you look at it.
I'd be
because
I'd be
you're
down for
talking
more
about-
football.
I'm sure guys get paid to play preseason games. So you're talking about guys like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, guys that don't play in week 3, week 4, probably preseason at all. A lot
Right.
of guys that are big name. I guarantee you they show up and just get paid. So now you're talking about going out, adding an extra game to their season. It's one of those things, though. I think that would be the way that they'd break it out to get an extra game that matters. Would be to delete the preseason because none of it really fucking matters.
Right.
You've got teams that go 4, used to go 4-0 in the preseason, just get smoked all season long. Oh wait, one of those is the that flag behind you, right? Danny?
Not in 2 years.
Not in 2 years. What do you mean?
It
He's gonna get-
hasn't been them in 2 years.
Oh well, I mean, either way, talking historically. No, I mean, are you gonna get a Washington Red Wolves?
If it's the Red Wolves, yes, I will.
yeah, if it's
but
the
if it's
Red Wolves,
anything
I
else,
will.
no.
So
That is the name I want.
So do you guys disagree that if they took the the soccer route,
Washington FC.
yeah, and made it like that, or
Honestly, that would sound more like a fucking soccer club to me than a football team.
so if you look,
You have DC United, not DCFC. You know.
I
no,
understand
no.
that, but Washington FC sounds more like a soccer team
Think-
than DC United does.
think about this though. If they do that and do like Washington FC, and that starts like this whole rebranding process for like a lot of teams.
Of all the football teams.
So the reason why I say that is because if you look at like teams like PSG, Barcelona, Benfica, like all these teams, especially more South American and like lower tier teams in Spain,
Right.
you'll see that they don't just play soccer. That's like their basketball team's name, their whatever. So it's like one big ownership group, and it is like a sporting club. So like if you look at who is it? It's somebody SC. So actually no, there's a soccer team. So I think it's Kansas City in the MLS. So it's like Kansas City SC for
Soccer
Sporting Club.
Oh,
Or Sporting Club. Yeah. So if they did something like that, like if you had like Washington SC or Washington FC, because it would be football, but if they did like SC and they actually rebranded, due to like if you looked at the
So if
if
they
you
changed
look-
it to a sporting club, would you have to bring in the other sports in that area?
no, But the only reason why I say that is because it's not the same ownership across all the teams. So obviously Dan Snyder's owner of the Redskins.
Yeah, because there's no way the owners of each team would consolidate
One
and become a
one
board
person
of a club.
owns. So one person owns the Nationals. Or no,
maybe like the SEC getting together.
my bad. One person owns the Wizards and the Capitals. So it's the same owner
Yeah.
for both of the teams.
I think it's the same thing with the WNBA team.
I think they're in WNBA too.
So they've got like Dan Snyder was like the odd one
The
out
only
at this point.
possibility I could see that happening is if the teams in the surrounding cities or in that state were to get together and make like a
I was
a
just
board.
curious, like if they did that and made like a unified like brand.
Then
That would be
fine.
pretty cool if they did that.
If it was all the teams in and
Yeah.
they called it SC, and every team from DC was just
So if it was like
sports club.
DC Sports Club basketball team, DC Sports Club football team.
It's not going to happen,
No.
but it was very interesting that there was
But
a
if
conversation
anything
about it
were to
making
get done as a
soccer
whole,
out.
if anything were to get done as a whole conglomerate, you got to think about all these owners on the same board coming to one solid agreement.
Oh yeah, no, it would never happen.
Like all the representatives from every college school going into the SEC or the Pac-12 or whatever you say, whatever you mean thing, or whatever you.
So I guarantee you, something that's going to probably happen: the entire SEC is going to get blackballed during regular season games. So you know how they play. You know how they play out of conference games.
They play like one or two.
So you think about how many teams are in the SEC times that, right?
Yeah.
So watch all of a sudden, watch the ACC not play them, Big Ten not play them, Pac-12 not play them.
Everybody
So
except
what-
Texas.
No, well, Texas and Oklahoma are going to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They'll
Right,
play
so
Oklahoma,
it'll-
Texas as any other.
It'll
SEC.
be interesting when that move happens.
I saw something about like they're trying to pull other conferences together to combat the SEC, and it's just not gonna happen.
So that's why I say that you're going to see a lot of like
Those-
Big Ten, ACC, Big
12
12,
teams, I guess.
12, MAC conference. You're going to see a lot of them probably play interconference games for regular season games, like
Yeah.
the 2 or 3 that they play. And you're going to see the SEC just playing SEC and then FCS or whatever it is, FCS teams. Is probably what they're going to do is probably to take away viewership and money out of what they were bringing. Just be like, fuck it, we're just going to play each other then.
Did you see the I don't know if it was Congress, but it was like the board meeting they had for Texas going to the SEC, and what the lady said to the dude representing Texas?
No, I didn't hear, but I'm sure it was funny.
Oh, because she was like, she said something about, I guess you guys, how much money is y'all's football program worth? And he said it, and he's like, it's probably like top 5 in the country, in revenue. She's like, okay. She's like, she said something to the effect of, I guess losing in the Big 12 or Big whatever they are in, they're in Big 10, right?
They're in
were.
Pac-12, Big 12, Pac-12, one of the two. Pac-12.
She said, so you gotta. She said something about their record, and then something about them losing to the whole TCU. She's like, I guess losing to TCU isn't good enough for you. Or oh no, she said something about their winning record. He goes, oh no, we're winning, we're just not winning enough. And she's like, yeah, your record against TCU says so, or some shit like that. And the last time they played TCU, they got fuck showed.
So if we look at, okay, so this is in 2019. Hold up here. So we'll go to 2020 rankings. If you take the COVID years, if you take 2020 out of the ballpark, 2019, Texas actually was the highest grossing revenue.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't surprise me.
So you had, ironically, two of the top 5 teams were out of the Big Ten. One SEC team and one at the time independent. And then it goes SEC, Big 12, SEC. But then you drop down. Yeah, it's pretty much SEC obviously really dominates on total revenue.
Yep.
Because literally you have, and then it's pretty much SEC and then Big Ten and then whoever else. And wow, dude, the difference between 19th and 20th is so massive. So massive.
Hot take for you, DJ. Where do you think Kyler Murray belongs on the top 100 list?
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, on the top 100 list. Where do you think he belongs?
Oh, and that's on all players in the NFL too, all positions.
Let me take
Yep.
a guess.
No,
gonna
because
say
I know where he's going to
46.
be. It's going to piss me off. But where I think he belongs is going to be very controversial.
Where do you think he belongs? Because I'm willing to bet I say the same thing.
I mean, do I think he belongs in the top 100? Yes, ish. It depends. It depends on the year, I guess. Because if you look at they're looking at last year, correct?
I say he's
Yeah.
placed 46.
Okay, so they're looking at last year with a lot of you have guys hurt, you have COVID happening, you have whatever reason. So you've got
Hold on,
quarterbacks
DJ.
that are
Time
hurt.
out. Give your guess first, and then your reasoning.
I'm gonna say he belongs somewhere between 75 and 85.
That's what I would say, 75 to 100, anywhere between that range.
Yeah, well, so just because you've got, so he plays for the Cardinals, right?
Yes, who
So
have
he-
no playoff wins, no playoff appearances with him.
So they don't look at the wins losses. They look at pass attempts, completions, yards,
I get
touchdowns,
that.
all of that. Because obviously, I guarantee you, there's offensive linemen or linebackers on teams that are dog shit that are up there just due to their performance.
What's up, pussy?
Okay, let me put it like this: he's ranked higher than
Did you get
Baker
yourself
Mayfield.
some new jeans yet?
So
He's higher than Baker Mayfield.
that one, based on last year's performance,
Yeah,
because the Browns went to the playoff.
that's my point. It's 2021. He's fucking 39th on the list of top 100 players, and that is a fucking joke.
Hold on, let me.
Either trim up your thighs and your calves, Cody, or buy some bigger pants, dog. Them things need to breathe.
All right, 6 days ago. All right, so let's look at this. Let's look at this list.
You know what I'm pretty mad about is Terry McLaurin not making the list.
So see that's the one I don't understand. And Chris McCaffrey was hurt, wasn't he? He was limited
Exactly,
to 3
the whole
games. He's
year.
21st.
Yeah.
Now there are
Did-
some guys on this list that I
Did
do
anyone
agree
from
with.
Washington make the top 100?
Brandon Sheriff came in at number 98, and Chase Young came in at 61. And the reason, okay, you got. Let's
Who
look at
won?
the
Who won
receivers.
Defensive Rookie of the Year?
Chase Young.
Yeah.
Right. So does that make an explanation as how he, as a rookie, got well? Okay, that's off
Now-
of all rookie.
Is that just based off of last year?
Yes.
This is their ranking
And
that they
he
put
gave
out
him
like
60 what?
60 whatever on his rookie
61.
season though. That's actually pretty. That's
damn
not
good
bad
for his rookie season.
because the defensive rookie of the year is only put on rookie
Rookies.
defensive players, and I don't know. He's 40th, bro. Chase
Alright,
Young is 40th on the list.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
Wait, hold on.
You're looking at what list are you looking at?
The one that NFL's been putting out on their Instagram.
Oh,
for
I looked
top
at the
player.
one that came out 6 days ago. Oh, this is CBS Sports put this out 6 days ago.
Ah.
My bad. So yeah, 6 days ago it put him at 40, and it actually doesn't even have Kyler Murray in the top 40.
Yeah, no, the NFL one's fucky. So they've got
Does your list have Terry McLaurin in it?
no,
No, I'm talking to DJ.
probably not. If the NFL doesn't have it in it.
Let's see, let me scroll down this bad boy.
Yeah, Chase Young is 61. So you're
Brandon
telling me
Sheriff was 69.
So you're telling me Jarvis Landry was a better quarterback or wide receiver than Terry McLaurin was last year? You're telling me Corey Davis was a better wide receiver last year than Terry McLaurin?
Kyler Murray is 94th on this list. Wyatt Teller's 96th.
Good.
On the
Wyatt
for
Teller
them.
deserves to be on that
Uh,
list.
So,
so-
another question for you guys. Who do you guys think is going to be this year's defensive rookie and offensive rookie?
Oh, offensive rookie.
Who do you think?
If he gets to play 17 games, it's going to be Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Defense, I don't really
Okay,
know.
so-
I didn't pay attention to all
So,
the defensive
Deech
players
is going
coming
Trevor
out.
Lawrence for offensive rookie
Wait.
of the 2021 season.
Hold up, I'm about to even look at this fucking list before I go ahead and say anything. No, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a whim here.
This is offense, correct?
I'm gonna retract my answer, and we're gonna go Buckeyes all the way. We're gonna say Justin Fields, Offensive Rookie of the Year for Chicago Bears.
Did you see the
Really?
hit he took?
Yes, if he's
No,
not
and it's so
started after
funny.
that, yes.
They asked him after that game. They asked him, you know, how is your NFL career? Like, how do you think it's progressing? And he's like, honestly, it's pretty slow to me. And then it cuts to a video of him just getting destroyed on that play.
All right, so I'm saying right now we're going Justin Fields, quarterback, Chicago Bears. You want to write them down, Sam?
Yep.
Is that what you're
I'm
doing?
right now.
All right, you go ahead and hold that one up. And Rashad Weaver, edge rusher, Tennessee. Take that one to the bank.
All right, hold
And
on.
it's not that. I'm kind of stuck between him and Patrick Surtain the third for defense.
All right, so
Yeah, I'm thinking Patrick Surtain or Micah Parsons. Wait, no, Micah Parsons was last year, wasn't he?
No, he was this year. He was the one from Penn State, right? The
The
linebacker.
linebacker. Yeah, he was one of the
Yeah,
ones.
he was
Redskins
the
might have
one that
picked
was
up.
supposed to be dumb high in the draft, and then they said that he's got a behavioral issue. That was the dude that he. So I can't remember what it was. That he threw a bottle at somebody. The dude threw back, and then he ends up punching the dude in the face.
okay,
Where
DJ,
there's, like,
offensive
passing
rookie.
around.
You're going Justin Fields, right?
Yes, 100%.
All right, here. Let me go ahead and.
And
these are
defensive
our,
rookie.
Hold on, I'm about to bring them all up.
So I'm
There you go.
stuck between two, but I'm gonna say Rashad Weaver or Patrick Surtain.
Rashad Weaver's not even on here. It's like
Get
odd.
if we're going off odds,
Rashad Weaver or who?
Patrick Surtain the second.
Patrick
Cor-
Surtain.
You got to look at the teams they're playing on too.
Oh yeah, because honestly, if you want to go ahead and shoot it high, they're saying Jamin Davis is going to be good. Look who he's playing for.
Okay. Well, my pick for offensive rookie, I'm going fucking Patterson.
The fuck is that?
He's not even on the list.
for rookies for offensive.
That's if he makes the cut.
Who is he? What is he? A wide receiver?
No, he's a running back.
For who? For you guys?
Yeah.
Oh,
Who?
he's the one. He's the
Patterson.
third running back on the depth
Oh,
chart.
Yeah.
luck, bro. He's gonna be a third down back.
Yeah, you gotta find someone that's at least a starter.
Use your head, Sam.
Nah,
Come
no,
on,
Yeah,
I'm-
you
I'm
had
going
better luck saying
Patterson.
Najee Harris.
Yeah,
Nah,
that's all
I'm going
it's-
Patterson for mine. I'm gonna
Wait,
take a
scroll up real
shot in the
quick.
fucking dark.
I don't know. Kyle Pitts might be a good one.
That's the
Right.
one that I'd be iffy on. Like,
It's like Kyle Pitts. Oh,
Or who
man.
you going, Danny?
Fuck. Offensive? I don't think it's gonna be anybody but a quarterback. It's either gonna be Justin Fields or fucking.
I wouldn't even say that. Like Zach Wilson is such a candidate though, with that shithole that he's in up in the Jets.
It's also a matter if he does anything with that shithole.
Well, that's the thing is he just might be another one. Like all of these guys, no bullshit. Like could legitimately
yeah.
be a bunch of fucking Ryan Leafs.
Oh, they could all suck ass.
Like every court, like they were
Playing
talking
himself.
so much shit how this draft was like very QB heavy and very top candidates and all this stuff. That could be a draft of Ryan Leafs. The best one could be Mac Jones.
Sam, let me go.
Another fucking Tom Brady.
Fuck it, I'll go Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson
Zach
for
Wilson.
offensive?
See, I thought about it, but I don't like his mom.
You said offensive, Danny?
And then defensive, I'll go Quiddy Pay.
Where?
Quiddy Payne. I think they fucked up on his name, but I think it's Quiddy
No,
Payne.
it's pay.
Okay, is it Quiddy
Yeah,
Pay?
yeah, it's the yeah. See, I'm surprised. I'm surprised Sam didn't go with
And I'm gonna
Who's the
have a
cool-
second.
cool.
I'm gonna have a
Cora-
legit.
Coramora.
Since you guys want me to pick a better one,
Coramoa.
I'm gonna take Jalen Waddle as offensive rookie.
Wow.
Ooh, wide receiver out of Alabama
Who's he play for?
Dolphins.
Dolphins. I mean,
Another one.
That's not bad though, because I mean it depends on if Tua comes into his own.
Now defensive.
Same thing with Devontae Smith though too. Is you're really banking on these Alabama quarterbacks to play some good football this year.
I mean, everybody's also banking on Jamar Chase doing well.
Yeah. All right, we got a quarterback with one leg. We need a weapon to get him.
Has anybody seen? Has he ran at all?
Jamar
Like
Chase.
no. The Ohio State quarterback.
Justin Fields.
No, the one for Cincinnati.
Joe. Oh, I see what you did there. Joe Burrows. I mean, I don't know. I haven't
Has
really
he played
seen much on
preseason
him.
though?
Yeah, he played the first game, I think. But one person they're saying that's not going to be ready for the season, like everybody was saying, was Dak Prescott. They're saying he's not even at 100% yet.
Well, everybody was joking around, and they were like, "So what was the difference between him and Alex Smith? Like Alex Smith came back and was ready to throw, and the whole thing was like everybody was telling him to like work on his upper body as well, and apparently Dak didn't. Was just like focused on the leg rehabilitation, which is a big deal because he's obviously a lot more mobile than Alex Smith ran, but like he
Not
relies on
much
his legs a lot.
after. Not much after.
Yeah, no, but he definitely relies
Alright.
on his legs a lot.
So for my defensive rookie of the year, I'm gonna go with Paulson Adebo.
Where were these guys picked at?
This one was picked at round 3, 76th overall for the Saints.
Are you just looking at all the defensive players that were drafted?
No,
Okay.
I'm
These
looking
are
at
guys
I'm looking
that's
at
fair,
key
right?
pivotal points that these players are going to help this team out drastically.
Gotcha. I'm only straight choosing starters. People that-
Paulson Adebo. Paulson Adebo. Oh, I remember when this dude got drafted. He's a fucking unit, if I remember.
Bro, did you see the kid who's going into his freshman year of high school? He's 6'8", 260.
Danny, do you want a second defensive pick?
Jamin Davis.
Jamin Davis. DJ, do you want a second offensive pick?
Odafe Owe.
Second. Oh, are we getting 2 of each?
Yeah, we'll take 2 of each because it's quite a
All
wide
right,
spread.
Danny, go to the offensive.
Danny,
No, Trey Sermon.
You
Trey Sermon, San Francisco 49ers.
Trey Sermon.
Yep,
All that over the running back Mostert they have that they just drafted 2 years ago.
Danny,
up
you
here.
get one more offensive pick, and I've got another defensive pick
Who did I say? Zach Wilson.
for your. Yeah, that's your offensive pick.
I'll go Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith
Well, wait, Sam, who did you pick?
for
Offensive.
offensive. I've got Patterson, the third running back from Washington, shot in the
Let me
fucking dark.
Let me rephrase that. Kyle Pitts, tight end, Atlanta Falcons.
That instead of Trey Sermon,
Yes.
Kyle Pitts.
Yep.
Would you look at the depth chart for running back in San Fran?
Nope, didn't have to.
All right, so my second defensive pick is going to.
He looked
be...
good in preseason so far. But yeah, I mean, Raheem Mostert, 7th season though, and he
What?
hasn't. It's his 7th season.
Who the fuck drafted that guy?
I'm about to look. He was drafted by. Ooh, wow, looks like either the Cleveland Browns. Okay, he either got drafted by Cleveland, Baltimore, Dolphins, or Chicago because he played for. No, okay, take Chicago out of that. He played for 3 teams in his first year.
Okay, boys, I got my last defensive pick. I'm taking Greg Newsome II, drafted 26th overall in round 1 for the Browns.
Yeah, he didn't actually get snaps. He got six rushes in 2017. He's only broke 500 yards twice.
All right, so
DJ.
DJ's
Mostert was undrafted, by the way.
Oh, was he? I guess
Yeah.
he was practice squad signed because he sucks.
DJ's choices are Rashad Weaver, Patrick Surtain for defensive rookie of the year, Justin Fields, Kyle Pitts for offensive. Danny's Kwity Paye, Jamin Davis for defensive, Zach Wilson, Devontae Smith for offensive. Then I've got Paulson Adebo and Greg Newsome for defensive, and Patterson and Jalen Waddle for offensive. Choices are set. We will see at the end of the season.
You want to know what I really appreciate, though? Is that on the San Francisco 49ers depth chart, there's a guy named Laken Tomlinson.
Laken Tomlinson?
Tomlinson made me think of LaDainian
Tomlinson.
Oh, this jewel pod just like literally cooked through in a matter of fucking an hour, and that pisses me off.
What the fuck Cody want? He comes in here for 5 minutes and leaves.
I thought he was still in there.
Sorry,
No,
I
he
wasn't paying
is.
attention to the chat.
Oh, he's still
but
in there.
The topics for today, well, we just went over some sports, and we went ahead and made some choices on who we thought the defensive and offensive rookies would be for the season of 2021. And now we're just going to continue to wing it like we usually do.
Yeah,
did you see how much the Jordan brand made off of the Messi signing? Go look up that number. How much it brought in he signed.
don't need to because I could have told you that was going to happen because they're the fucking jersey sponsor for PSG.
He made a fuck ton of money.
What did they think was going to happen, dude? You've got people that are for a week of him in practices. They are like, we are just starstruck by this guy. Just with how talented he is at 34 years old or whatever. He's playing with like Mbappe and all these guys.
Michael Jordan made $7 million from Lionel Messi's transfer to Paris Saint-Germain less than a week after the move was confirmed.
Saint Germain.
Saint Germain. Says German.
It's Germain.
Says German.
Does it
It's
say
all about-
German?
M-A-N, not M-A-I-N.
Well, it's actually Germain.
Well, excuse me. Transfer to Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, it's
It's all
actually
pronunciation.
Germain.
Hey, did you see me enunciate my words? I look like a fucking idiot.
Well, I'm just saying that they probably have misspelled it in the article then.
No, I'm just fucking with you. It's spelled correctly. I read it
Yeah.
wrong.
I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, you were correct about the Among Us coming out with that Battle Royale mode because they're pissed off at Fortnite. Because they came out and did an interview.
Didn't Fortnite throw in like one of their
No,
I
it's not a
could've
character. They took a mode from Among Us and put
Yeah,
it
they
in their
just
game.
made like a legitimate mode in Fortnite. I didn't know that Call of Duty made a mode called Double Agent, which
Yeah,
is
they just did that.
which is kind of like Among Us, I guess, in a sense. But I'm sure Fortnite's is much closer.
Probably because the animation of it.
Yeah,
Cody, where's the old camera at, bud?
nobody wants to see that.
I'm laying in bed, homie.
bitch.
I can't hardly hear you talking.
I said I'm laying in bed, homie.
Not working?
What, you done working too hard, bud? Putting in door
Shit.
contacts?
I
You
fell
have to
asleep
ask
like
for help to get your pants off.
I fell asleep at 4:30 last night.
He
Woke
got-
up at almost midnight.
He got winded from taking his pants off.
Them
It's
bitches
like Cody has the
is
same
mine.
amount of trouble you see the people putting on those extra starched jeans, the cowboy jeans. He
Yeah,
has the same trouble taking them off as they do putting them on.
he wears cowboy boots, doesn't have to hold his breath to tie his shoes.
How'd you guys know that? I told you that in confidence, DJ.
Yeah, I say that shit to James all the fucking time, man.
So what's up in the life of Cody Shaw this week, Cody? You got any updates for us?
Yeah, you down in the dump still or on the positive outlook of life?
It's what keeps the podcast going, man.
No, I'm still working. I'm just working a lot. Fucking 30 plus hours of overtime.
So you got the dumpster fire under control now, though?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
That's
So where are you
good.
going
Good.
to CTSI?
When are you going to CTSI?
Oh, I've got my fucking resume.
He's already on the expedited route.
Yeah,
bud.
dog.
Dog, I'm
We
like,
had
I'm
fucking,
short
we had
cut.
old boss come up to site asking about him.
We'll just say that our boss's boss came out to the school that we're working at, just stopping by, and just noticed that bands were there. Comes in, first thing he goes, looks at Sam and goes, "Oh, so here your brother's about to quit."
Here he's not having
It was
such a good time over there.
It was something like that because I pretty much forwarded the resume and I was like, "All right, guys, look, he's trying to get over here ASAP. like as soon as you can make it happen, he's ready to make the jump."
Never have I ever had someone message me 3 times in the matter of 20 minutes saying, "Can I quit yet? Can I quit now? So when can I quit?"
so ready to walk out that day.
I at least spaced mine out a few days before I asked.
I mean,
I mean,
your first day of being told you were gonna get fired at NDG, you made it like a year and a half.
what are you talking about, dude? They tried to fire Cody before you guys came on board.
In like 4 years.
Yeah. Cody was on the chopping block for like 3.5.
Still made it.
That's what I'm saying. It's fucking baffling to me. But it shows when companies are hurt. It shows when companies are hurting, like how long they'll go until they can fucking fix the problem. I
I
guess.
wouldn't say hurting. I would say more it shows that I'm the only one that knows how to do my shit there.
Well, yeah, try one.
What?
I said, but do you really?
It was funny actually because one of your customers called me.
I still get calls every now and then.
Like the other day.
Yeah, I've gotten a few calls the past couple weeks.
Forest Hills.
Yeah, I've gotten Goddard of Towson, Lorenco.
That's so funny that they're still calling you guys.
Well, see, because Cody didn't do what I did when I left. Like, I called the customers that I actually gave a shit about, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, call somebody else because I'm out of here.
That's exactly what I did. I called all the people that I mainly worked with. And I was like, hey, by the way, I no longer work at NDG. Here's your new point of contact, yada, yada, yada. And I still get calls.
Hey, Cody, DJ, can I come from Maryland? No.
Yeah, Goddard called me, and they were like, hey, is this David? I was like, yeah. I go, well, your name is on this this piece of paper that was taped that we taped up in the fucking window. That's like, if you have problems, call me or you.
You know.
And they called me, and they're like, yeah, we're having trouble with our phones. Is there I guess what all do you need from me? And I was like, I wish I could help. I really do. But I said, is there another name on that?
From you. It's what you need from me.
No, I was like, is there another name on that list? And she's like, well, yeah, it's Cody. And I was like, oh, you're fucked. And I was like, yeah. I was like, sorry to break to you. I was like, I haven't worked there for 2.5 years. And I was like, and Cody left probably about 2 months ago?
Yeah, 2 or 3 months, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, Cody left, within like the last couple months, and she was like, oh man. I was like, yeah. So I'm gonna give you this number and ask for Daniel. And I said, I'm gonna wish you the best of luck. And she was like, oh, you don't make it sound like it's gonna be good. And I was like, honestly, I said, I couldn't tell you. I said, I hope it all works out. I was like, I used to be able to do stuff. Like I said, when Cody was still there, like right when I left, probably for the first, 6 months, I was able to still get into the hosted stuff. But I was like, outside of that, no. It's like, good luck.
Yeah, I checked the other day. They got rid of my access finally.
They were quick on you then. Like, we're getting him the fuck out of here.
They probably thought I had some sort of vendetta or something. Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for the follow. Haas.
But,
I'm not going to read out the numbers.
Haas 0033010 or some shit.
There you go. Good for something, Cody.
You said a follow or a sub?
Follower.
Oh, I thought you said subscriber. And I was like, who the fuck is
wasting their money?
Who subscribed last time to us?
Henry.
Henry did. I was like, you're wasting your fucking money, Jack. Like, we'll never see it.
Never.
We'll never see the $100 hairs.
That ass, dude.
Oh, I'm no positive outlook on life over here. I'm just a realist.
Well, I mean,
just like I know the golf is a real piece of shit.
Yet you have it.
It wasn't always a piece of shit.
I mean, look at his friends, Cody.
What
other type of cars do you expect them to have?
Yeah, I've got
friends. I feel like we'd have a piece of shit Mitsubishi.
He had one. He had one.
86 Honda, and then like an '83 Ford pickup.
Am I the '83 Ford pickup?
No, Cody is the fuck.
Oh,
You're a
okay.
Honda. I'm the Mitsubishi.
Why are you the
I had
Mitsubishi?
I'll be
Sam had
Honda
the beat up fucking Chevy.
Yeah.
And then Cody had the fucking the Camry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was making
The
jokes
one that
about
I can't remember before we went somewhere. Me and Cody pulled over to that gas station, the fucking Trennis, right there on 28, like the.
It was before Virginia Beach.
Yeah, and it was like fucking ass early in the morning. We were cleaning this fucking car out because it was filled with fucking trash.
It was Virginia
Cigarette
Beach. It was
butts in the
like
center
5 or 6
console.
a.m. or something like that.
That was the same car we used to hotbox with fucking cigarettes. Absolutely fucking disgusting.
Dude, tell me why. Like now that you bring that up, I remember there was a long time ago. I was at
Surprised we didn't
KT
cancer.
I was at KT's house with a bunch of people. Yeah, we were at KT's house with a bunch of people, and for some reason I had like weed in my fucking subwoofer.
Right.
And for some reason, it was like in a baggie in the box for my subwoofer, so you could pull the like subwoofer out, and it was just chilling. So a couple of us start smoking. Well, somebody brings like Black and Milds in there and just starts fucking just going to town. I've never in my life wanted to get out of a vehicle so quickly.
To fuck my Camry up.
Hmm.
Like
I'm surprised I was even able to sell my Lancer.
I'm surprised the fucking Camry didn't blow up the way Cody was driving that son bitch.
Yeah. My Focus.
Didn't you hit a deer with that thing?
My Focus? No, I hit a car.
Ah.
He pulled out in front of me out of a driveway.
Oh yeah, right there on 28, right?
No, it was on Raw Run Church Road or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I slammed on my brakes, stopped in time, but I stalled it, and when I stalled it, it jumped forward and fucking hit his ball hitch and put a hole in my bumper.
Oh yeah, that's when Cody was learning how to drive the old stick shift.
No, I knew how to drive. It happened so fast. It just took me by surprise.
That's how car wrecks usually happen.
Hey, Cody, you remember we were driving down the back roads in my Ford Focus?
Oh yeah, we got sideways behind Cedar Lee.
I try to drift a turn, boys.
Oh, we were solid up on two wheels.
I still won't
car
forget.
Coming down the road at the same time.
I still won't forget when Sam wanted to race from
I was with you.
The light in Opal all the way up to Oakshade.
Oh yeah.
And like I want to say your engine was blown like within like a week later.
Yep.
2 weeks later, it seemed like you were taking it right back to that fucking place.
Me and you couldn't stop, so we had to hit the next light.
Yeah. No, we didn't even go to the light. We went to that next turnaround, but like the brake pedal and the floorboard got so hot.
We were cooking down 29.
A lot of reckless shit back in the day.
From that soda can that I left in, like that Mountain Dew that like just kind of made its way around my car and it finally blew up in the back window.
Fucking Mountain Dew everywhere.
Oh yeah.
I remember the day I raced Ryan Burrows down Elk Run, and we passed a cop on double yellow line. We went around him.
I don't know, me and DJ made it back from the Mitsubishi dealership in Fredericksburg in, I want to say it was like 18 minutes back to Milton.
Yeah.
I was in the
That's
S10.
We went to go pick it up because a couple days prior, me and Sam were driving down Old Mets Road, and the old Serpentine belt went bye-bye.
Yeah, it snapped.
I remember when me and DJ, was it right when we started Doll? Or not Doll, the end of Doll or the start of NDG when we blacked out the speed trap signs in DC?
Oh, yeah. That fucker went lights out. Fucker went lights out.
We were hauling ass down, what was it, Rock Creek Parkway or some shit?
Yeah. It's either that or
one day on the way to
that or GW Parkway, one of the two that goes right by the fucking river. They had speed trap signs.
Sam got sideways going to Walmart in the S10 one day in the snow, and then when we finally stopped to try to get out the ditch, it wouldn't go into 4-wheel drive. We're just yanking the shifter back to fucking 4-wheel.
Yeah, so the real question.
I was like, don't say shit to Dad and Patricia, or you'll never be able to ride with me again.
Yeah, the real question now is, do we save the old shit box or just let it go?
What's wrong with it?
So, I haven't driven it in a very long time. So, obvious one, battery dead.
Yeah.
So, can jump start it, will run, obviously, turn off, dies, battery's just fucking dead.
Right now, it's in the same condition as the Civic at my house.
I don't know if it's shot. It's a newer battery though, so I don't know if it's shot or just drained. Just needs to be charged.
Oh.
No, mine is dead.
So, but yours does not go to EPC.
Cease to live.
So the EPC light on the dash for Volkswagens means that it's the electronic power controller. So either between the throttle body, the gas pedal, the ABS system, the steering control, something in that ballpark is shot, but it's in just dedicated limp mode.
Damn.
So I'm telling you, like, you start it, it sounds like it's running fine. You give it any gas, and it fucking hits maybe 800 RPMs, and it fucking just, that's it, nothing. So, but it sounds like it runs okay.
So
It's
wait, it
definitely
won't stay running?
no, it'll
As
stay
long as you don't
running
hit
if you
gas.
just leave it in if you just leave it in park. Like it has enough on limp mode to go in reverse and forward if you're just like kind of letting it just self roll. That's enough. But no, you're not getting anywhere with it.
That's
So
weird.
it's either like the 428 relay under the hood or something of that nature, or the throttle body, potentially the ECU is shot.
Sell it.
We can sell the Honda
I mean-
and the Volkswagen as a pair.
$500. Take it or leave it.
What are you talking about, dude? The fucking seats in the Golf are worth more than that piece of shit Honda.
Hey, that's in the same condition as of right now.
Don't you dare!
If I
Don't
put
you
a
dare
fucking
risk
That Honda is a classic.
Don't
This
you
is
dare
one Honda. How dare you?
that Golf sitting out in my front driveway.
If you see
They're
one,
not.
buy it.
Dude, I'm working on it being
Buy it.
no, I'm working on it being naturally patinaed. Like
Oh,
yeah, because the clear coat is kind of gone on the front fender.
Oh, so you're trying to let it like rot out, kind of,
Not rot out, but
or
like
super it?
yeah, it's gonna be sleeper as fuck.
is it
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
put,
like
like,
the
a-
sleepers that we had from what was it?
Yeah,
UPC?
yeah. I wanna try to get a rusted roll cage.
And
put
if you're
inside.
really gonna sleeper it, you have to take out all the interior black that you put in, and just leave it metal.
Who says it's in there now?
Oh my god!
Dude, no. Dome light hanging from the ceiling, all the fucking side, nothing. The seat belts are only held on by the actual metal that they're wrapped in on the inside.
Oh, wait.
All exposed wiring.
Oh, you took it all out?
It's been out, man. The only
Why?
thing that's back in there is the fucking headliner.
Why'd you take it all out?
Because I never put it back in after we put the headliner in.
Oh Jesus fuck!
It's all in the trunk.
Wait, did we help you do the headline? We didn't help you
No.
do the headliner.
Mm.
You did that one on your own,
I gotta redo it though.
and that's what you're waiting on.
Well, it was fine until I let it sit when I was gonna work on it like this summer. And then every time it came around to it, I was like, I don't really feel like doing it. So the big debate is, do I keep it and just fix it? Because literally that's the only thing wrong with it. It's only got like 79,000 miles on it.
I would keep it and fix it.
Yeah, I mean throttle body for it's like $40. The relay.
I'm sure everything for it's pretty fair priced.
The fun part's gonna be fixing it all.
No, I mean, it's not really that bad.
Not really.
I mean,
Look, okay, we also said coilovers weren't gonna be that bad, and you were driving to the dealership with your wheel all the way to the right.
because nobody thought that we would have to cut the tie rods off to replace to do any sort of anything.
Dude,
To
that's,
the
it's not
existing
coming. It's just fucking spinning. All right,
Dude,
where's the
those
fucking
things-
sawzall?
Those things, they look like they were like pressure welded together. That's what road salt and driving in Virginia does. Like, if you're not cleaning your undercarriage of your fucking vehicle, like as soon as winter's over, it is silly.
To roll it out the garage, and the tire, the end tube on the tire started coming off the tire.
You know, when I went back to like the dealer to pick up the car after that whole thing, the dude was literally like, all right, so we had to do this because when we brought it into the shop and put it on the lift, your tie rods went.
Yeah.
And he was like, did you drive it here? And I was like, yeah. He said, how far? I was like, I don't know, 25 miles. He said, oh my God.
In
He was like,
hindsight, that was not
how
a
hard
smart-
was it? He's like, how hard was it to like turn left or right? And I was like, wasn't I said my steering wheel was cocked to the left?
Didn't
I
I
was
take you
driving
to drop it off?
No. Actually, I drove in it by myself, and Sam and Danny followed me.
All the way from like Catlett area, all the way to fucking.
Yeah,
Up the
like
back
down.
roads on 29.
Yep,
It was fucky. It was definitely fucky. He called us and he's like, "So my wheel is all the way to the left, but I'm
Yeah.
driving straight."
It's like hopefully
Yeah,
we ain't gonna
like-
make a right turn.
So instead of like this, it was like this to drive straight. And if it went anywhere to the right to try to center it out, you were in the ditch.
Jesus.
The wheel didn't just go start dragging.
I mean, if you remember how they were when we did the backwoods front end alignment on it, they
when y'all were
were
like,
in very good shape originally.
All right, pull forward. All right, we're coming off the rim. Pull back forward. Let's even her out.
Which one did I take to help you out with? Was it your brakes? There's something. No, you helped me pick up my truck or something, and then along the lines, your fucking brakes went out.
Oh, yeah. So I was in the Golf, and we picked up, or we dropped your truck off. I thought we picked it up because we stopped at the firehouse.
Yeah, because my truck was in Fredericksburg.
No, it was my brakes started grinding, but then it was saying like it was weird. Like the code it gave off insinuated something else.
Yo,
but it
check
was
out
actually
the stats.
my ABS.
Check out the stats for this Little League pitcher.
Just saw that shit, dude.
Dude, fucking
over
disgusting.
last 7 starts, dude.
Where'd you post it?
The chat.
That shit's nutty. 100
37.2 innings pitched, 526 pitches, 1 hit, 0 errors, 100 strikes.
Earned runs.
Is it earned runs?
Earned runs.
Got you.
Kid's fucking nasty. Oh, and he's fucking throwing heat too, boy.
That is absurd.
Did you see the videos of him pitching, Sam?
Nah.
I mean, he's throwing 75, 72 mile an hour fucking fastballs for a little leaguer.
Jesus Christ.
The MLB. A lot of those kids that play in that go to the end up going to MLB.
Make it there first.
Well, some of them do.
There's one that played in it that went to the NFL.
I'm sure. No, there is. I can't remember who it was. It was recently too that he made it to the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Pat Mahomes probably did.
Didn't Mahomes and Tebow both play Little League baseball?
There's probably quite a few that played it that are
Mahomes
actually.
got drafted by an MLB team.
Yeah, at like the fucking at like the pick double what Tom Brady got picked in the NFL.
It's like what's the fucking dude's name who goes and does the spring training every year for baseball?
Russell Wilson.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah,
what's the difference?
Because he plays for the Yankees.
So?
Because he got his rights got traded or whatever
That's
it was.
funny.
But no, dude. All right, so there's this Asian guy that has a video on YouTube that explains the minor league setup because he got drafted like in the 27th round of the MLB draft or whatever. He explained how shitty it is to be a like an actual player in the minor league program, single A ball, like to work your way up. And he was saying like you make like no money. Dude, this kid's nutty.
Yeah.
37.2 innings, 1 hit, 100 strikeout.
It's out there like fucking child's play, dude. And then he's pitching. And
He's
motherfucker
got
is
like
nasty.
absolutely no competition.
The fucking second post on that thing says, I hope he doesn't get overthrown just because there's a cap doesn't mean you have to have him throw the max every time, save his arm every now and then. Don't ever use it. As a youth coach, I've seen that done to kids and they never come back from it.
Oh, for sure.
Someone's like, he gets 4 or 5 days between fucking games. Shut up.
Yeah, but you could only imagine the wear and tear it's gonna have on his elbow.
He's
and
young. He's
shoulder
that. It's.
in high school
I'm
and stuff.
willing to bet his arm will be fine at that age after
It's
throwing.
better to work it out as much as you can, so if you do damage something, it grows back stronger before you're an adult.
Especially considering like he does have 5 days between or however long between to rest his arm. He's not going out there like MLB pitchers or college pitchers that are pitching every 2 days, 3 days.
Or
And
every
they're
day,
pitching, yeah, or every day, and they're pitching fucking. They're really tearing their shit up.
not including the days they have double headers.
And I mean, that's not counting the days they're actually just pitching to like practice. Think Trey Lance starts by the end of the year, DJ? Over Jimmy G?
Healthy Jimmy G or
Healthy
not?
Jimmy G.
No.
No, you don't think Jimmy G will suck if he's healthy?
No, I think what they're gonna do is just ease Lance into it.
Right.
If he's even gonna be, because like they have I'll say it, like a proven starter at QB. It would be the same thing for Trevor Lawrence. Like, what is stopping Jacksonville from starting Garner Minshew and easing Trevor Lawrence into being the quarterback?
Urban Meyer and impatience.
I mean, I'm sure it's not Urban Meyer's making that call 100% though.
No,
'Cause
100%,
let's
no.
be real. If you want to look at Urban Myers and actually think, how many times did he ever start a freshman quarterback in college? Like all those QBs that went to the draft out of Ohio State were playing as a junior and sophomore. Shit, they had 2 juniors splitting snaps with a senior at one point. But I do want to see.
Oh, wait. That's not Trey Turner, is it? No, it's not. I was about to say, that's fucked up.
What?
Russell Westbrook threw out the first pitch at the Dodgers game today, and the guy catching it was Turner. And I thought it was Trey Turner. I was like, wow, that's fucked up. Get the 2 guys who left fucking DC throw the first pitch to each other.
That would be funny.
Trey Turner didn't leave; he got traded.
Same fucking thing.
He did come out and say that he was not going to resign.
Yeah. Because of fucking, they already Nationals made their point to, they were going with Soto.
A lot of the
Of course, he
starters
was like, fuck this
got traded.
place. But they're saying the LA Dodgers might not even give him a deal after the year.
No, the whole thing is because the Dodgers are trying to win
This year.
a pennant this year versus over the next couple. Like with what they did, they're not going to be able to pay all those guys on contracts by any stretch, and they know that. Somebody is going to offer him a dumb deal. Like it's going to be silly what he gets. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, it kind of saw it coming, just the way I was progressing. So year 2 was really good, and then year 3 and 4 not as good. Was dealing with some injuries and some other things going on there. But like I said, it was disappointing, but it wasn't a surprise. You could throughout the process, you can kind of see that they were just continuously just believing in me less and less, and
Trubisky, who was like on not getting his 5th year option, he's like, you could tell they were just continuously believing in me less and less throughout the season.
Get the fuck out of here.
All right, fellas. Anybody got anything else to add before we end her for the night?
Yes. So, a player who actually played JV football as a wide receiver and a defensive back, is going to be suiting up for Shenandoah University as a defensive back.
Huh.
Her name is Haley Van Voorhees.
Huh.
So
She
she went to
what?
Kettle Run. She went to Kettle Run, but she played on the. Do you remember when they had the WFA football league, like the Women's Football Alliance?
No. What's her name again?
Haley Van Voorhees. Well, whichever. She played for the DC Divas, which was for the Women's Football Alliance. And she's gonna be playing defensive back for
Shenandoah University. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
It just popped up as like a
on
the local papers.
Question from old Gregory: do you guys think that the Fields hit was dirty?
No, not really, because he braced for it and bent over. I mean, not really braced for it. He didn't really see it coming. It's just like, I don't know. I don't think it was intentionally dirty. By the rules, was it dirty? Yes, but intentionally, no.
Let me go ahead and take a look ski at this.
I mean, it's crown of the helmet to the bottom of the chin, though. So,
Yeah, my thing is like they've always. I mean, that's the thing is like that's how they were told to hit. Is face mask to their numbers. That's how it originally was.
Yeah, but that
And then
dude
they got
wrapped
told-
up right around his shoulders, though. So I will say,
God damn.
So I will say yes, just based on the fact that it does draw a penalty. But that dude came through there wide open.
Dude.
So,
on the block.
yeah, if we're gonna talk about the dirtiness of the hit,
I mean, he was just completely blindsided. I don't think the dude meant for helmet-to-helmet contact.
No, which is funny because he's blindsided, but he still ended up hitting him in the fucking chin strap. And he wasn't even looking at him.
yeah, I mean,
He ate it though. I'll give him that.
I'm sure he's taking harder hits.
yeah.
Oh,
like
he had no idea that was coming, Danny.
Like the
No,
one
I
in the
know. I'm
the one
still
in the
saying, though, I'm
Clemson
sure
game.
he's taking harder hits.
See, it caught him right here on the jaw.
Now, I also got to say, like, at what point is it big on the quarterback?
He was high. He didn't go low.
My point is, though, they're told to hit low now. So at what point is it dirty to go too low?
None.
There isn't a too low of a
Bullshit.
hit.
No, you're
Bullshit.
right. I know where you're going with it, but I mean,
Because that will cause a fucking fight if you hit a quarterback in the fucking dive at his knees or something.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
one of
chest to
those.
waist,
It's one of
though.
You
those.
can't. The way the game is now, you can't touch the fucking quarterback.
Chest to waist, wrapped ankles.
So
you'll
you're
get a penalty for that.
limit
how awkward
you're gonna
it is.
limit on where someone can tackle someone else in a professional sport.
Yeah, where have you been?
I don't agree with it. I mean, you're in the
That
position.
I think that is
you choose that
absurd.
position.
Yeah, go look at the. Might as well call it the Tom Brady rule.
You know, it's wild though, because remember, like, if you go look up the intro to football, like NFL Sunday or Monday Night Football on like back in like the '90s or '80s, like the intro, every single play they showed in like the intro to the show was a flag now.
All
Oh,
I
yeah,
gotta say
100%.
is, if you don't want to get hit as a quarterback, make sure your line stands their ground.
I mean,
Otherwise, you know what's gonna happen. You go into this playing knowing what could happen.
oh yeah,
He's
no,
on
100%.
contract
Okay,
for a reason.
so I'm gonna.
Do I think that was a dirty hit? No. Do I think it was
mean-
shitty? Yeah.
No, look, hold on. Look
But
at this angle and tell me.
Shit happens. We can't.
I'm just saying, look at the picture. I'm not playing the video.
In my opinion,
That's
though,
where he's from. He turns his head to the right as he's getting hit. That's what causes his helmet to come off.
but that's always going to be one of those things that has to do
Yeah.
with the reaction of the
His helmet's
QB.
in his
It's
shoulder.
like, if he's, I mean, that's helmet to helmet right there.
Yeah, that's why they call it
But
the
I get
flag.
what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Like
My
that's
thing
why
is,
they called it. But
you can tell by he's aiming. He's not aiming for the head. He's aiming for the shoulder.
go like a little bit right before that. Is there another?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like it's
that's always going to be one of those things that if that happens and they make that contact like that, it's probably always going to look worse than what it was.
right here. He fucked up.
That's not
Right.
his fault though. That's what
No,
happens.
I'm saying he's wrapping. He hit him high and wrapped him up high. Is my point.
Yeah.
That also, and he's falling on top of him. It's one thing if like a ref right through the
I bet
flag
you
line
the
is if
worst
the
part of
quarterback-
that was his face mask.
They
touching
might
his
as well.
face.
They
Just
might as well make
scraping
it
his
that
face.
QBs are now officially two-hand touch.
Well, that's why you see defensive ends if they're going to pressure a quarterback, they'll just run straight into him with their hands up and knock him the fuck down.
Yeah,
with their body.
it's honestly it's kind of bullshit. 'Cause
It's
if you look
getting
at
it's
years
getting to be
ago-
a fucking joke.
Look at that face.
I mean, it's been a fucking joke for quite a while, if we're gonna be honest.
Now I'm saying, yeah, 10 years ago, you were to see a hit like that, no one would say it was dirty. They
Oh,
would
yeah,
say
no.
it was a fucking great hit.
You had Sean Taylor going around fucking just sending people to the fucking shadow realm with his fucking hits.
You had motherfuckers just diving. It don't matter where they were.
No, but where the league fucked up was letting James Harrison start hitting motherfuckers. That's where it all went downhill, is when James Harrison decided, I'm going to start hitting these Cleveland Brown receivers crossing the middle.
Yeah,
Just clobbering their heads.
it's just one of those things that's always gonna have people split down the middle. That's always what it's gonna be.
Oh, 100%.
You're gonna have fans that are gonna say game's too soft, it's not what it used to be, and then you're gonna have people that are like, well,
Same thing with NBA.
yeah, they're gonna be like, well, the fucking head-to-head contact, it's how you're gonna end up with Junior Seau's.
I mean, what? That was one out of how many NFL players at the time?
I mean, if you sit there and you look at it though, like some of the shit that they do after,
Oh, I'm
everybody
sure
they
it's
always go that they're fucked up in the head, blah blah blah. Head-to-head contact caused that, CTE this, CTE that.
Yeah, but you know what you signed up for.
And that's what a lot of players have there. That's what a lot of players. It's like being an MMA fighter. You could die going in there, and you know that.
Yeah. Same with a boxer.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean,
But they don't sit there and say, "All right,
you're gonna tell me that like you can't really
no more
say
liver
that.
shots for the older guys over 30. No liver shots. for them."
Keep your liver spotted hands off my mother.
Like,
Danny, what would you do if in MMA that they said that there's a no liver shots over 30 rule?
Dude, I'm going to find Dana White and punch him in the fucking liver.
yeah, I'm gonna rupture his liver. Fuck that. That's fucking dumb.
No chance.
Cody?
Dana White would destroy Sam.
Dana White?
Joe
Yes.
Rogan would destroy me.
Joe Rogan would destroy. Dana White's a bum.
You don't think Dana White?
Dana White does not work out like
yeah,
that, dog.
okay,
He does
no,
cardio.
He does. He works out. He boxes, but he gets laughed at when he does box.
Yeah, but he still has training.
That's fine. He can have boxing training or
Anime?
whatever. It ain't gonna matter if I tear his ACL.
Yeah, anime.
Sam has anime. You can't Rasengan Dana White, Sam.
Bet.
Oh Jesus!
Bet. Watch me.
All you're gonna see is the next UFC event: Sam Naruto running through the crowd, tackling Dana White.
The day
Nah,
they
I'm
ban
gonna give him that
lizard
secret
kicking
jutsu.
boxing,
I'm gonna hit him
will
with the
be
secret
day that-
jutsu.
Oh, you're gonna give him with the fucking secret jutsu?
Oh hell yeah, son.
Send him flying to the
I'm gonna
moon?
Kakashi that bitch.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's getting soft. It's just, I don't know. I saw
Sports in general are kind of getting soft.
For
like
sure.
there was, like, okay, I got something we can talk about. How you can no longer get up from a play in football and look down at the player you just ran over and fucking get loud or scream at him or anything.
Yeah, no more
taunting.
taunting after a great catch or a good tackle.
No
I
more
mean,
taunting.
What happened to the days of like NFL Blitz for like Nintendo?
That was not real.
That was,
Used to be. Stuff your mother in a box.
yeah, pretty much.
That happened in backyard football in neighborhoods around the
Yo,
U.S.
Actually, Danny, speaking of like fucked up shit, did you watch the last video for our boy Coach Kelly? Have you watched the newest episode?
yeah, I watched
for-
it. Why?
Did you see that QB get fucking ragdolled by that face
Oh,
mask?
bro, like just the dude was full extension, reached
just-
down and just.
Just caught him by it. I mean, he fucking whiplashed this kid.
It's like my season. It's like, yeah, my
and
season's
everybody's
over,
like,
man. There's
everybody's like,
nothing
I might not play football again.
Right, bro, I'm pretty sure you would
I was
grab
like,
this
bro,
season, dog. You
bro,
don't
you
throw too
got-
many interceptions.
I'm like, yeah, he just doesn't need to play.
Nah, he's just not gonna play.
Yeah, he's just not good. But the yeah, when I saw that, I was like, good lord.
I don't know. The other quarterback's better though. The one
They
that
both
didn't get
suck.
Greg, what'd you
Hey,
ask?
who's-
When did
yeah.
what change?
I guess the hit rule.
Oh, how you can only hit above the knees and below the chest
It's
on
so-
QBs.
If the player's falling down and they fall into the legs, of
You
quarterback,
can
it's not a
thank the
big
guy
deal,
that
but you-
kisses his son on the mouth.
Yeah.
Old Tom Brady.
Thank
Don't
her,
get Dom.
Thomas
Don't,
Brady.
that's gonna summon Dom.
The NFL's
Like the
current
fact-
greatest
right now.
quarterback.
That got said. He's
Oh,
gonna
the
show
taunting
up
one
in
that
the group
changed for
chat.
this year.
Oh yeah, that was this year. They changed
Yeah.
it literally like.
So like if you
Yeah,
tackle
yeah.
somebody or block a catch or some shit like that, and like go over them while they're down and flex on them or some shit, flag.
So yeah, so the taunting thing is this year, but it's
Fucking
funny because
horseshit.
they're gonna give the refs another thing to try to let them
Decipher.
decide when they can't get calls right out the gate.
They can't figure out what a catch in the NFL is still.
Like yeah, they should worry about what's a touchdown, what's not a touchdown.
Yeah.
Or what's a catch, what's not a catch, versus except for oh hey, dude talked about his mom, throw a flag.
Call before we can walk here,
Who
fellas.
gives a shit?
He snatched his chain. Throw a flag.
Well, then again, we're also going to talk about that when baseball is
All I
allowing
gotta say is if it's
celebration.
hanging out, my hand accidentally got caught.
Chain snatching events that have happened in the NFL are not like. I'm gonna run up on the sideline, punch this dude in the chest, and rip away the chain.
Hey, slap hands. Good job, my friend.
Yeah, but nah, like, so it's funny because like the way baseball looks at it. Did I show you that one video, Danny, of that one pitcher or the batter looked at the ump and was just like so bad, and then he got ejected.
Yeah, no, the umps are straight through out if you give them the wrong look.
Yeah, but yeah, so that
Horseshit.
sport is now allowing celebrations.
Which is funny because like, I don't know how I can look at an ump and him get mad at me and throw me out again unless he knows he's calling bad shit.
Well, it was they
Head
actually
coach got ejected from that game too.
Well, they actually showed it because the pitcher threw two strikes that were very similar.
Right.
One was deliberately out of the box. One was deliberately in the box.
Me personally, I think you should be able to cuss a ref out and give him
And
the
he
finger
called
and shit
them
without
like
getting
in
trouble.
reverse or some shit like that. Like he called the one that was actually in the strike zone a ball, and the one that was out a strike or some shit.
Oh,
and
you're
the
talking
dude
about the
just
game
stopped.
the other day?
This was like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
This dude just looks at him and was just like so bad.
Yeah.
But they said for baseball though, you have to get more specific and be like, you are bad.
Oh.
Like the fact that he just generically
I
said
I couldn't play a sport professionally then. My mouth runs way
no.
too much.
Now you
The only sport that we could play, and not that I could play it professionally because I'm not good enough, would be hockey.
No, if they would have done that in hockey, I would have never had a complete season.
Exactly. Well, did you though?
complete season?
Yeah, plenty of times.
Oh, a couple times.
Yeah.
Did
Now,
you?
don't
Did
get
you?
me wrong.
Okay, let me ask. Did
I had
you?
like 6?
Did you ever play a full game without being in the penalty box?
Yes.
Okay, that one I will give you a round of applause
Yeah,
for,
there
DJ.
was actually no. I think I've completed more. I want to say I've completed more games than I have games with penalties, but the games with penalties, there's definitely multiple. And then there's like several ejections. One was just blatantly thrown out. One was blatantly thrown out. I was given just a straight up 10-minute misconduct.
Were your penalties earned?
Yes.
Like, did you get your money's worth for these penalties?
Oh, several, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, so
I
like
can attest to that.
I've had like the bullshit ones of where somebody happened to be like skating. This is like we're on defense and someone happens to skate, like gets caught up in the stick and goes down, and they'll just straight up call it as like a tripping. I've had like boarding penalties that were just very discretionary. There's a lot of stuff that's discretionary.
Yeah, I don't like when leagues
It's
leave it up.
every sport is like that though.
Leagues
Like I mean,
let the official who is handling the situation, they have the mode.
I kind of like the way soccer does it though.
well, so the thing, oh yeah, like
The
if they
play
like
on?
delay the play on penalties,
Yeah.
yeah. But like once that referee's hands up in hockey, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It just kind of is what it is.
As
Now
soon
they
as you get the
do.
puck back, it's fucking dead, right?
They will like some referees will make it known like, okay, we're gonna let like let stuff get like we're gonna let you guys play kind of thing. Like especially if it's a game that's like real chippy early on.
But if
They'll
something
say,
else
like,
happens,
yeah, it's gonna have to be something made like just a blatant call.
like a
'cause, I mean, there's
like a repeat offense type of deal.
Why can't they do that with every game?
So like if the same player continuously does the same the same penalty, they'll start calling that shit.
Yeah, if they do the same thing quite a bit, and especially if there's somebody that's known for it, they'll keep an eye out early.
Motherfuckers,
and like in more of like a tournament setting or like a more competitive league. If there's a guy that's very known for like higher hits or shit like that, that's more considered like boarding or roughing or whatever, like full extensions on some stuff that shouldn't be, especially in the corners. They'll usually keep an eye out for it and kind of give them just like a very, very short leash. But if it's games with people that are like two very competitive teams or two very like skilled teams, usually they'll make it known that they're going to let stuff go. And then that's when you'll start to see like
another question for you guys real quick.
In the NFL, I just don't know why they can't always do that.
Speaking of the NFL,
one game, just let them go on all games. Fuck it.
Since we're back at the NFL, now I forgot what I was going to ask. Okay, yeah, I remember now. So, do you guys think there are more injuries in the NFL these past 5 years, 8 years, than there was previously before all these new rule changes on how you should hit somebody and all these safety precautions? Because me personally, I think there's been way more injuries now than there was before without all the stipulations and rules.
Well, so here's the thing, though, is that, yes, there has been more injuries, but the thing is not – it has to do with the way they're being tackled because you're having guys in awkward situations on top of it. Like, you know, it might be a rushing play through the line of scrimmage and they're just kind of getting bent over somebody's leg or a lineman falls backwards. I wouldn't say that, like, in open space due to how they're being told to tackle now, like, there's, you know, D-backs and safeties are getting hurt more frequently because it's obviously more on the other side of the ball. But I mean, I don't think linemen have been getting hurt at a more consistent rate. I think they're just all still getting fucked.
I would more along the lines of like QBs, running backs, because those I have seen a lot more injuries recently in the past 2 years of quarterbacks being injured, fucking running backs being injured.
I will say there were probably more injuries beforehand.
Before season starts?
Oh, or you're saying before season? I thought you were saying before all the rules. So like,
well, yeah, but I was asking for you to clarify your statement. Are you talking about during the season, before the season?
Oh, I was talking about like past like 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there were probably more injuries before now. They just didn't say shit about it back then.
Yeah, I would say like if you're talking about injuries,
so
you
think there's more injuries that went under the radar back then
100%.
than there are now?
100%.
So I'm talking.
So that would probably even it out.
I was going off documented.
So you guys are not leaning towards the rule changes being a slight increase of injuries.
No.
Yeah, no. So one thing I do actually have to ask, like if you're
college,
if you're talking about injury though, are you also talking about concussion protocol time loss?
Because they didn't have that back then.
Yeah. So if you're looking at
like, I'm looking at like not head injury, not like. CTE.
Well, no, I'm saying like if you're talking about a guy that gets hit and misses a game due to when it happened because the protocol time span, that's technically a missed game due to injury because it is concussion based. But I'm asking,
I'm talking about more like several games out, half the season, fucking. So
like in that sense, though, I would still say that I think in the last few years it's been more consistent.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I feel like back
now, where do you guys think that's coming from? Do you think it's just the game itself has elevated to that level?
It is the game and the people going to play the game. The players that are coming into the NFL are not as big, strong, as fast as they were back in the day. They are bigger, stronger. Faster.
Yeah. Well, are you saying they're bigger, stronger, faster now?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, and even the guys that are faster are not bigger.
No,
they're just faster.
Like
they may be stronger, but it also doesn't mean that they're built strong.
Well, yeah, I mean, you look at Devontae Smith's probably gonna get snapped in half.
He comes across the fucking middle one time on like Jamal Adams, he's done.
So where do you
And
guys think these
they're-
increase of prolonged injuries are coming from?
I think also the part is them
Just the
playing in
game?
conferences that are straight ass watered down.
Yeah.
Like if you look at some players that play in like that go like obviously everybody goes to college, does 3 years, because if they did the one and done thing that they do for basketball, massive difference.
Now, do you think the
have more
the
hurt.
college separation of the different leagues hurts different prospects coming into the NFL? Say they were playing at a league that was, say, bottom tier college level, but they make it into the NFL draft and they suck
No,
dick, but they were
it's
good
like
in college.
if you
Because
play at Alabama,
regardless,
for example, you're not really playing until you're a junior or senior anyways.
exactly, you're sitting for 3 years. You go to like,
You get like a lot of rest, but just with a lot of practice and like learning the playbook.
and then you go to like, I don't know, fucking what's a good D2 football school?
JMU.
Okay, you could go to JMU and start 4 years and still end up getting drafted in the NFL in the first through third round.
I'm saying,
Not
but,
likely. Maybe
but-
4th through 7.
but my thing about that, yes, you can. That's what I was saying. Like, but do you think them playing in a lower skill level set of college games compared to the Division I hurts them when they go to the NFL and start playing at the NFL level?
Maybe. It really depends on the team, though, because if you're talking like a top... It's the same thing would be D1, though. If you're talking like high-caliber program versus shitty conferences, you have like the size of the players, the skill set, the speed, just the athleticism in general. Like when you go to weaker conferences, like you're not playing... Like the SEC is pretty much like where everybody is relatively competable. It doesn't look like it on the end of the year
numbers
placements.
Yeah, like I mean, you can talk about teams getting blown the fuck out, but they're
You can have
still
a 16 Kentucky team, and then you've got a linebacker like Jamin Davis who plays on it, gets drafted number 19 overall.
right. So I mean, yeah, when you go to like the weaker conferences where everybody's kind of it's watered down competition, but I mean,
Yeah, oh, 100%.
bigger schools pull more media, more eyes.
Sure.
I get that.
That's a guarantee. But
you
I mean,
could be a fucking star in Division II, but then you get to play on the same playing field as previous Division I and current NFL players.
So the only argument though that's
Do you
going to
think
come out of that,
it's harder for them to jump up to that next caliber of skill play, or do you think they were already there? They were just set in a bad conference.
Guys that are going to make it are going to make it regardless.
That's just
Because your thing would go back to say, perfect example to like defy that argument would be Jerry Rice.
Right.
If you look at the school he went to versus where he ended up in his career, would say that he was going to make it regardless. I mean, you've got plenty of players that are dumb as a flat rock that go to that school in Fork Union, Virginia, that do like their first year of college because they're too fucking stupid. Go look at that list of players and tell me how many of them have made it in the NFL. I'll tell you, one of them was Michael Thomas.
Oh, dude, there's a shit ton of players that like, literally like fucking.
These dumbass motherfuckers go to this school for like a year or two.
They do. Essentially, they do that to get to college. But I mean, the guys that end up going to like these like D3 programs, there are guys that do make it to the NFL. Even though you would think that they would.
Now, most of the time, do you think they're just bench riders, practice squads, or they're actually like second string or starters?
So if you look at the draft and look at all the D2 schools kids that are drafted, they're still going to draft kids that they like regardless. If they think they're good enough to be on the team, they're going to put them on the field and see what they can do.
Understandable.
So it's like, it's just a matter. It's more on the drafting people to exactly. You got to show your worth. You got to like. Jimmy Mullen was a 7th round pick last year for the Redskins. He's fucking 5'8", 180 pounds. No one thought he was gonna be shit. He's one of our best defensive backs.
Yeah, I mean, earn the spot.
Not starting.
But do you think it's more difficult for a Division II college player to earn a spot than a Division III player?
No, I do not. Because if you're already given the opportunity, you have the chance to make it. They obviously see something in you to where you.
But the thing is, the Division III schools come better with better programs. Yeah, Division I schools.
Division III?
Division I schools come with better programs, better media outlets, better recognition, while your Division II schools are lacking.
Yeah, they're like
So-
and stuff, but that doesn't mean they don't have some guy who's got the same talent as a dude at Alabama.
Yeah,
Well,
but my thing is
right.
being
I
able
just
to
think
make,
without that
make
media,
yourself
you're not gonna
known
be as
out of
known.
every other college player in the United States is a lot more difficult for a Division II player than it is a Division III player.
The way the world is now, if you are good at no matter what college you play at, if you are at you play at a high level, you will get noticed. I think that's just the way it is with how media is, how Twitter is, social media in general. You're gonna get seen if you're making highlights like that. If
Yeah, I
anything,
mean,
you
I
just
will
go
say
viral off of it.
based on now from way back when, like a lot of these outlets.
Well, yeah,
that-
it's
that
easier
go-
now, just with internet technology and shit.
Yeah, it was harder because you didn't have these highlight videos. You didn't have all the opportunities to send your stuff out to.
But my thing is, if they're that good to make it to the NFL, what stopped them from going to the Division I school?
It could just be grades.
grades,
Like it could be as simple as grades,
Right.
or it could be just
his attitude problem, or
When has grades ever stopped a school from picking up a
a
player
lot
that
of
they
a
times.
wanted?
lot.
a lot. There are a lot of
lot.
good top tier
Yeah,
kids that
so
just can't get into college because they're
the-
grades.
So the whole thing is like they do look into a lot of that more now than they used to. I'm sure many years ago, you used to have a lot of guys
Back in
that they
the
looked
Reggie
the other
Bush days.
way.
Back in the Reggie Bush days.
Especially back to when it was more.
Oh, so you
I mean,
ain't
I'm
got
sure-
you ain't got no Lori Laughlin's in the football game in college? You mean?
I'm sure.
Yeah, no, there's a
No,
ton.
no
And-
Sandra Bullocks.
Oh, so the Sandra Bullock thing, like the whole
That was
the
a little
Blind Side, that was a little bit different. But yes, they did try to push the blame that they were trying to get him to go to their alma mater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was what like half the movie was about. Was
Yeah, it was that whole thing on
them.
them persuading, that they picked up this dude and turned him into a football player because he was a fucking unit. So yeah, that still exists. Don't get me wrong. Because what was the more recent one?
If you're not a 5-star, you better have good grades.
It wasn't.
No, 100%. That's like if you're trying to go to
Clowney.
if you're trying to go to a college like that,
Clowney?
you better have
Yeah, Danny. Was it Javadion Clowney?
Jadavion,
Jadavion?
Whatever.
Javadion.
Javadion. I don't give a fuck. what
Jadarth
his name
Vader?
Clowney, the dude who played at Carolina.
Was he the one that that fucking gas masked it on fucking Instagram?
Tunsil, Laramie Tunsil.
Laramie Tunsil. Okay, so Laramie Tunsil was the one that actually, Sam, you'd be because this kind of comes up with where this topic is heading in that direction, or where it just got to. You would be very interested in this. There's a 4-hour YouTube video that goes over the whole thing in the state of Mississippi with players being paid to go to certain colleges, and when they've broken into cases.
Yeah, because he was one of the ones that was at
Very-
Ole Miss.
A very, very high recruited player out of high school had his entire career ruined because of it, because he got held up in the legality side of it.
I fucked
Now,
up on
if
my.
that were to happen, and you lost your college ride to go play football, could you go in as a walk-on for an NFL team and play?
No, I'm
No,
sure that you
not
take
that.
the money at the time, because now you can receive money as this. This is why it's so fucked. Is that
before-
prior you could be suspended from playing
Yes.
In the
Because you-
NFL?
No, not in the NFL, but yeah, you
College.
wait.
Okay,
but the
so-
problem is that you wouldn't be like if you got say
Wouldn't
your,
have the draft
say your
stock
freshman
maybe.
your freshman year. Let's say it happened then. You're not eligible to go to the NFL.
Yep.
Just straight up, 100%.
At a certain
You're not
age.
eligible.
I understand
But-
that, but I'm saying, like, you wait till you're eligible. Will the fact that you could not play college football affect your chances of being a walk-on player,
I think it'll dramatically
NFL.
affect it.
even if you're a baller player?
I think how long's it been since your freshman year of playing? If you're going
Like,
your
you're
freshman year, you at least
But-
sit in 3-4 years
but-
after that before you can get into the league.
But no one said he was just gonna go and
Right.
wait,
But what are you going to do in the free time? Just work out because you're not practicing.
work out, go play in some little fucking indie league
Wait.
or something.
They don't really have programs like that. I mean, it's not like for basketball, like
But
where you
there's-
can go
there's
play in the
other
day
things-
league or play in whatever.
But there's other
yeah.
things he could be doing to keep himself in
Yeah.
shape.
But
Yeah.
there's not many things that's going to get his name out. there,
I'm
like
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking legality. Is there anything stopping him from joining the NFL?
No, not when he is technically eligible. But I'm sure just that whole situation would probably put like a big smear on it in
Canadian
general.
football. I understand that, but legally he would be able to if
after a certain period of time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I will say like the likelihood of that happening was never very high because there's been players that once they are kicked out of school, like they will try to take a year off, go to another school, and nothing's ever the same because
I know one player who's done that, but he was one of the best college defensive backs ever. That's
so
he
there are a few, but like they're like once they try to go to college because that's pretty much the only outlet.
So
for
what's the
players,
age
period.
limit to come into the NFL?
21.
21. Okay.
Is that what it is?
So now that we're in this day and age, and I'm sure there's amateur football league, there's indoor football leagues now. There's a way you can play football without going to college.
I don't even think there is an indoor football league. That shit folded. Like, yeah, I'm sure that there's like now, like I'm sure, yeah, you can go play fucking bullshit 7-on-7 tournaments and go do pickup stuff.
Oh, there is no age. You just have to be out of high school for at least 3 years, and you're
okay. So, but technically, for most people, you would be 21. More than likely, maybe 20 because Juju was the youngest.
Yeah, if you graduated 17, which he probably did at the time, he can go.
But
in
I highly
so you're looking
that if there was
20
a
to
freak
21
athlete that graduated at 15 or something like that, that was dumb intelligent. They are not going to let that dude come play in the NFL.
No. Some schools picking that dude up quick for intelligence.
So you're talking about that 6'8", 260 lineman coming out of fucking middle school says otherwise.
But I just don't think maturity.
Wait, what's his grade point average though?
I'm talking about him just being able to go into the league after.
That dude's probably dumb as a flat rock.
Dude's 6'8", 260, and he's a fucking freshman.
Oh, I thought we were talking about a smart fuck who played in high school.
He's fucking jacked, looking like Aaron Donald, bro.
So no. So that's fine. Do you remember the dude out of Oregon?
Oh, Sean Oakman.
Where's he at? That dude went to
I
college.
watched a video on him the other day. What?
He's scary.
He went to college, but his draft stock fell because he got one of these fucking. He got some legal matter happened and it ended up being true. The girl lied.
Yeah, there was a sexual assault claim.
Yeah, and now he's playing in like the CFL.
So taking money in college can ruin your career, but a motherfucker can get out of jail and go play for the Oakland Raiders.
What are you talking about?
Was the dude that served jail time and played for the Raiders back in
If you say anything before the 90s, like it's a illegitimate argument because their team was nothing but criminals.
Fine.
Yeah, I mean, did you see the Raiders
I'll
like how they played or anything way back when?
Dude, I would not fuck with that 8th grader, dude.
Did you see him?
Yeah.
No, I've seen him. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, no, I mean, like nowadays, like there's players that are coming out of high school, like getting into high school that are freaks of fucking nature.
Little kids are built fucking different now.
It's not even that they're built different. Like this is built strategically.
It's the fucking hormones and the chicken.
But I guarantee you that kid probably won't even. That kid probably will not even make it out of college.
And I'll tell you what, there's something in the water in Alabama.
No, that's just how boys are built down there. That's cornbread fed, homie.
That's something in the fucking water because no motherfucker down there I saw was eating cornbread.
Dog, that motherfucker.
They in the Midwest.
But the motherfuckers are big down there.
But yeah,
boy.
nah, just because that dude is massive and built like a brick shithouse, I mean, there's a high potential that he doesn't even make it out of college to the pros.
His knee's gonna give out on him.
Yeah, I mean, especially like with how much he plays and how physical he plays, there's a chance that he might not even make it to college. You just never know. But
he gonna blow his knee out senior year of high school.
But yeah, no. So like in my opinion, though, honestly, like the players that took money.
Hold on, I'm about to share my screen. This dude I'm showing you guys went to my high school in Alabama.
Oh, but yeah, Sam, no players that took money.
This big motherfucker.
And got like busted for it, or the programs that got busted for it.
He doesn't seem very big.
He didn't seem that big.
He got a big head.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, a lot of people got big heads.
What was the other one? The other dude?
It's like I don't see him standing next to like an average person. So.
Y'all want to see a big guy?
You want me to pull down my pants?
Big guy? No, I'm pulling down mine.
I know he's not from Alabama.
He's big now.
He's a big,
Oh no, that motherfucker was big in high school. All right.
I don't.
You
give a
weren't in
shit.
high school with him.
I was when he left Taylor in 7th grade. He was normal size.
He was
When I
bigger.
got to Liberty
He was
freshman year,
bigger
that
than me.
motherfucker Was huge.
He was bigger than me my senior year.
Yeah, no, like when
I
I
had
left,
met him prior to your prom dance, Sam, because I worked with both of his sisters when he was not big.
Yeah, I know.
Like, his freshman year at Liberty to his
He's got a
sophomore
big
year at
head,
Liberty,
too.
he hit a growth spurt big time.
Oh, I know.
Like when I was walking in the hallways next to him, I'm talking to him
This
like
dude,
this.
my senior year, he's a freshman, and this is him, yeah. And then look at him.
Clemson wide receiver who had that heart problem, Ross,
Right here, that was when he was in
Dustin
middle
Ross,
school.
DJ.
Hmm?
You remember the receiver for Clemson who has the heart issue, Ross? He went to the high school that it was like 5 minutes from my house.
All right, boys. We've gone on for about an hour and 35 minutes. Think we're gonna have to stop right there so we don't keep them too long.
Yeah, I gotta do my time sheet.
And I'm gonna get ready for bed. Thanks for everybody for stopping by. We'll see you guys next week, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. One of those 3 days. One of the days I'm not working. No, shut up, you bitch.
This is I went to high school with
You
this guy right
pussy
here.
faced bitch.
This one right here. I'll play it.
Stupid little curly headed fuck.
Let's say Madden football.
All right. Take it easy. Have a good night.